how did you crack the industry in the beginning? Because I always feel like that's the hardest part for everybody. Everyone's excited, everyone's motivated. Um, until you realize, holy shit, now I got to get clients. Holy shit, how am I going to market myself? Holy shit, there's 1,000 fitness experts out there. Holy shit, like, what do I do to make myself stand out? How was that process for you?
Yeah, so man, I'm so blessed with how everything worked out because I started making content in July of 2011. So I've been doing it for like 12 years now. Um, but before I started making content, I was just coaching people in person. And that's all I wanted to do. Like I didn't know when I made my website in July of 2011, I didn't know an online business was possible. I had no idea. Instagram didn't exist. I was just the coaches that I looked up to the most in the industry had websites and they would write articles like online coaching wasn't a thing. Having like this like online membership for fitness wasn't a thing. It was the coaches who I looked up to had their own gyms. And so my goal was to open a gym one day and then also help people online. And just like with my website, I didn't ever expect to make money from it, which I think was a huge advantage because when I started making content, the goal wasn't money. The goal wasn't online clients. The goal was just help people. And that was it. And so for the first 2 years of making content online every single day, I didn't get a single paying client because I didn't offer it. I had no idea. The only reason I took on my first paying online client is because I got an email from a woman from Brazil who asked me, she said, how much do you charge for online coaching? And I was like, I don't know, $300. Like I didn't give a timeline. I didn't have a program. I just said a number. And she was like, okay, cool. How do I pay you? I was like, shut the fuck up. So then I had to Google how do you make payments online? And I found this crazy thing called paypal.com. And I made an account and I sent her the link. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way. This random woman from Brazil is going to send me $300 to write her training programs and nutrition programs, which I had already been doing for free for a lot of people, just because people would reach out and say, hey, could I get a program? I'd be like, yeah, I'd just do it for free. So the way she phrased it changed it. I got a ding on my computer, like you got $300. I lost my shit. I lost. I was in my college dorm room. I lost it. I spent the next 48 hours designing like the most. I had to make it the perfect program. I had to make it look really nice. 48 hours at a coffee shop called Brouhaha, Newark, Delaware. Just like spent like the whole time, and I was so nervous that she was going to be like, "What is this? This is all I get." And she loved it, and it was great. But the reason I tell this story is because for the first 2 years, the I would get like 20 views a day on my website. 18 of those views were my mom. And like and usually she would be like, I don't like how you swore on that post and da da da. But like for the first 2 years, I didn't make a dime. And anyone who did become a client, it wasn't a real like they weren't paying me. It was just I was doing their programming because they asked and they found my website. So the way that I made it through was doing it just because I loved doing it. I loved making content and I didn't have the expectation that money would come in on the back end. I think one of the biggest reasons we see such a huge burnout rate and failing rate with these people who are calling themselves entrepreneurs and trying to do stuff online is because they expect to make money immediately. They expect as soon as they go on social media and they make one post, all right, I'm gonna get clients. Good fucking luck. Like it's not how it works at all. And I know a number of people who went viral really early on, and within a couple of years, they were burned out and they were done because the thing that happened with me is it took me about 7, 8 years of making content to really make this like this is gonna work. 7, 8 years. Like I never went viral. There was never like a crazy explosion. It was slow, steady growth over time until then it started to happen. And by the time things did start to go nuts with following, I already had the systems in place. I was ready to go. Like I knew how to handle the ups and downs. When people go viral, which is very rare, it's like striking lightning. They usually that's what they expect is going to happen all the time. Then it's like winning the lottery. Imagine you win the Mega Millions and then you keep buying all the Mega Millions because you just think you're going to keep like good luck. It's not how it works. It's like striking lightning. So I really very much think the main reason that I was able to succeed is because I didn't have the expectation of money or success. It was just the expectation of this is what I love to do. So I'm going to do it consistently. And then by doing that consistently, and a great blessing, I've been able to succeed. But that's how it happened. There was no like, I need to compete with other people. There was no any of that. It was just, I enjoy this and I want to help people, and that's what I'm going to do.